Hi.
Hi.
Can I ask a question?
About?
Do you have any idea what is the Kartilya of the Katipunan?
Yes.
So, I have one quick question. It's about this. What is the occupation or position of the author?
Emilio Jacinto was the author of Kartilya ng Katipunan. And he was known as Utak ng Katipunan. He became the secretary of Andres Bonifacio and advisor on financial matters. He was also a writer. He wrote the newspaper Katipunan. The title is The Kalayaan, which he uses his pen name De Masilaw.
Is it alright if I ask another two questions?
It's okay.
Okay, my first question is, what are some of the facts about the author that makes him dependable in writing the document?
Emilio Jacinto served as the spokesperson of Katipunan. Despite of his young age of 21, he became the general of guerrilla army. Also, he wrote many documents including constitutions and rules, and I think those facts make him dependable on writing Kartilya ng Katipunan.
Finally, the last question. What was the author's motivation in writing the document?
Emilio was eloquent and brave young man. He wrote the Kartilya ng Katipunan for the Katipuneros to serve their guide in fighting the Spanish colonizers.
Thank you so much. Your answer was very helpful. Excuse me.
Yes.
Can I ask a question regarding about the Kartilya of the Katipunan?
Oh, sure, sure.
Oh yeah, about that. What period in the Philippines history did the document tackle?
Um, According to Philippine culture, the period of enlightenment was from 1872 to 1898. After 300 years of being ruled by the Spaniards, the Filipino spirit was awakened because three priests, Gomez, Burgos, and Zamora, was killed without sufficient evidence.
Another quick question, please. What are some facts that the document tells about Filipinos and life in the Philippines at the time it was written?
The actual lesson of the revolution is the hard work of reformism and the need to define politically and ideologically end goals. The political goal was to separate Philippines from Spain after our country's independence, while the moral goal is to teach Filipinos good manners and fine morals.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, Miss.
Hi.
Are you familiar with Kartilya of the Katipunan?
Yes.
So I have a few questions. Is it alright?
Sure.
First question is, what world, regional, domestic events affected the Philippines in general during this period?
Rivalries emerged between commanders and the terrorists, creating big rifts in the association. The Katipunan divided into two councils, namely Magdiwa and Magdalo. To settle the leadership dispute, the Tejeros Convention was established. After makeshift election, Bonifacio lost to Aguinaldo and the leadership was turned over to him.
Another question, please.
Yes?
How were the Filipinos and the Philippines portrayed in the document, and why do you think so?
And the Filipinos at the time when the Kartilya ng Katipunan were portrayed as the oppressed people devoid of the freedom and the Philippines. The objective of the Katipunan are political, moral, and civic. The Philippines at the time of the Spanish regime is just considered a city and not a nation.
Another question, please.
Yes?
Provide important terms or concepts and their meanings in relation to the content of the document.
The secret society called Kataas-Taasang Kagalang-Galangan Katipunan ng mga anak ng bayan, are also known as the KKK, that espoused independence and freedom for the Philippines through force. KKK's objectives are political, moral, and civic goal. Kartilya was printed as a small pamphlet. The first edition of Kartilya was printed by Andres Bonifacio. Emilio Jacinto will later pen a revised. The Kartilya ends with a document of affirmation by the member of the society's teaching.
Finally, the last question. What previous misconception in the Philippine history was debunked, and what new information have you learned through the document?
The misconception that the organization of the Katipuneros was an organization of illiterate peasants. The propagandists demonstrate beyond any doubt that those who join the Katipunan are not only the unlettered but also the learned.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Are you familiar with the Kartilya of Katipunan?
Yeah.
I have some few questions. Is it alright?
Okay, sure.
Okay, my first question is, how relevant the document in reconstructing the past of the Philippines and its people?
Okay, so Kartilya ng Katipunan is important in living our everyday life. It culminates the significance of having the virtuous attitude towards other people. This document is essential in reconstructing the past of the Philippines and its people because of the morality and ethics that it promotes to the Filipinos. It conveys important lessons, which includes we should show cooperation and compassion towards others, believing in justice, and honoring the reputation and dignity of every person. By doing so, having the knowledge, understanding, and applying what was written in this document will be helpful in recreating the past, as it provides how to do what is right that can lead the Philippines and its people to be a better version.
Another question.
Okay.
Provide the significance of the document with the following, which is the scholars, historians, analysts, and the economy.
Okay, so this document was said to be very popular both in the past and in the present. Emilio, being the brain of Katipunan, was able to mesmerize the minds of historians due to the precise description of how a Katipunero should live his life. This writing contains well-thought content that Andres Bonifacio contributed. And for the economy, Jacinto's written work involved financial requirement for all the members that are part of the organization. With the said financial requirement, the Katipunan was able to establish funds. In relation to economy, the organization was able to have a high economic status due to their financial contribution for each month.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi.
Hi.
Is it alright if I ask about the Kartilya of the Katipunan?
Sure.
So yeah, my first question is, provide the significance of the document with the following, which is the social, cultural, political, religious, geography, and Filipino youth.
For the socio-cultural, the Kartilya ng Katipunan aims to implement good moral and ethics. This writing practices to give love and respect to one another, no matter the physical appearances they possess. The Katipunan believes that freedom could be attained if all will follow the rules accordingly. For the political, this document is critical in politics as it shows a person should become a rightful leader of the nation. It is highlighted that being a leader should be sensitive, responsive, responsible, determined, and most importantly, being honest. For the religious, despite of the ongoing war, Jacinto never disregarded the faith of the Katipuneros. Still included in his commandments is to give respect to each other and to treat individuals equally. As for geography, as the National Geographic would say, geography deals with the relationship of man to his environment. During the time this account was written, people were in a peaceful environment practicing equality to every mankind. As for the Filipino youth, educating the youth empowers them to become leaders of tomorrow. The Kartilya ng Katipunan serves as a guide to the Filipino youth to do what is right so they could be models for others. Because of that, future leaders will know how to act right by following Jacinto's teachings in his writings.
Thank you.
You're welcome.